What's up? What's up? What's up? What's the Paps people? Welcome back. Welcome back. We are live in the building. Indiana Fever Unfiltered. Her game, her way, women's basketball. Come on now, the podcast. We are here, folks. Man, we hope everyone had a great weekend. The allergy in my eye has finally kind of subsided, so I'm not just dripping fluid from my eyeball. I get some allergies there, and then the weekend in itself was, you know, I kind of like stepped away for a day or two. You know what I mean? Definitely on Saturday, I completely stepped away, and on Sunday, I didn't feel that good, and I'm back. I hope you missed me. I hope not being around has made you fonder and wishing for my return. But I hope everyone's having a great night and had a wonderful weekend. And we are here once again. It is Monday night. I'm gonna talk to Ben about maybe adjusting how we do Sunday night heat because honestly, we haven't done it in a minute, and I'm gonna be real. Sunday night is a bad night. I mean, realistically, it's a night that once football starts, I'm gonna have to give football, Miami Hurricanes, Sunday night, and I think maybe Monday could work better. I don't know. I need to talk to him about see if that's something he wants to do going forward because yeah, we haven't been all that on top of this thing with Sunday nights, and I think we both got schedules. We both got lives. Maybe we do Monday morning mayhem or something like that, or even Monday night mayhem. I don't know. Kind of come up with some type of idea. I want to keep some level of consistency, at least for myself, when I do shows or what have you, live shows, because I know people enjoy them for the most part. We are live right now on two platforms. Come on now, the podcast and Indiana Fever Unfiltered. I tell you what, man, I don't know. You miss a day and it's like your viewership goes into the toilet. I don't know what's happening with the YouTube algorithm and how things are working out with the YouTube algorithm and such. Because I don't know. I did a video on Angel Reese and Flajay Johnson that I thought was rather entertaining and funny, and no one watched it. I'm being real. Nobody watched it. I'm like damn, y'all don't fuck with your boy now. My goodness. Like, what is going on in the building, man? What's the beef? What's the beef? What's the beef, bro? We got right now we got 24 people in the two rooms, man. It's a really slow night. I guess is Monday night a slow night or something? I don't know, but want to definitely wait a few more minutes before we get some more folks up in the building. Um, I dropped a video a little while ago on Emmanuel Acho's newest hot take where he says that Caitlin Clark is not needed in the WNBA. I mean, hey, Acho, whatever floats your boat, my man. Whatever floats your boat, homie. I know you need the clicks. I know you need the views. And I mean, it is what it is. I don't know, man. I don't know anymore. Who watched the game on Saturday night? I did not. I did not. I didn't even see highlights of it. I was not interested. All I saw was the box score. That's what I saw. Nothing else. In fact, I was very, very upset with Nick because he actually watched the game. And I'm like, why did you do that? Why did you watch this game? Why did you give them a viewer on this damn game? Because I didn't give them a viewer. I was not going to watch that game. Because I just don't give a shit if she doesn't play. And I'm not going to watch on Saturday if she doesn't play. And I will not watch another game until she's back in the lineup. So I'm hoping that is this Saturday. I'm hoping that she'll be back. But we have no idea. I mean, will I check out their wonderful interview sessions? Sure. But unless she's on that court, I will not watch. I'd rather watch another game. I mean, heck, I did watch the Dallas Wings and the Minnesota Lynx. Was it yesterday? I did watch the Washington Mystics game that went to 4 overtimes. I mean, some people think that was a great game. I thought it was an exciting game. I don't think it was a great game. Quality of play to me wasn't that great because I think it's really easy to say that, oh, this is a great game because it's a close game. It went to 4 overtimes. That doesn't make it a great game. It just means it was a close game because great games are usually played well, and that game wasn't played well overall between the two teams. And then you have well, what else did I watch? Yeah, I think that's it. I think I watched those two. And I saw the highlight of the Flage Angel Reese thing. I think Flage was trolling her a little bit. And yeah, I I didn't watch it, nor did I care to watch it. And of course, there are people that will now say, "Oh, Ty Harris, you came back and you saved this team and you played so great." And folks, I think it's time to truly understand and recognize the fact that these women play harder when Caitlin Clark is not there. They're not better. They play harder. And I think that's a thing that you need to look at on a serious level. These players play harder. You may ask yourself, why is that? Why do they play harder when she's not there? Well, they play harder when she's not there because she's not there to carry their asses. She's not there to provide that boost, that spark. She is carrying them, and they don't play as hard. I think it's obvious that they don't play as hard. It's just my opinion. But I think from what I've seen, there is a different level of effort. Why is there a higher level of effort when she's off the floor? Because they know that if they don't bring a higher level of effort, they're going to get blown off the floor. So they play harder. And on top of that, when you make shots and you're playing a LA Sparks team that just isn't very good, missing two of its top six players, Kelsey Plum was out, Cam Brink was out. I don't know if Cam Brink's starting or not yet, but missing some major pieces to their puzzle, and yet they still scored 87 points on you. And you scored 111. You scored a lot of points. Again, I didn't see the game, so I have no idea how they got them. If you did watch it and you want to leave in the comments how they scored, feel free. I saw they shot a lot of free throws, but they play with more effort. They absolutely play with more effort, because I know the game against Portland that they won without her, that I did watch. They played with more effort in every way. So if when she's on the court, they want to be lazy and not take it as seriously because they're waiting for her to fix the problems, waiting for her to carry their asses, waiting for her to step up in the second half and take over the game, which does exist. Well, I think last night we got a glimpse of that. I think last night we absolutely got a glimpse of what you might expect without her. They play with more effort, bro. Honestly, they play with. I asked Nick. He watched the game. I said they play harder with her with her out of the lineup. She's like, yeah, for sure. You can see it. And he played Division I basketball, so I trust what he thinks because I know what he watched, and it's one of those things where it's like, why don't you bring that same effort level when she's on the floor? If you brought that same effort level when she's on the floor, wow, imagine how good you could actually be as a team. I'm sorry, but you're not going to tell me that Caitlin Clark's presence on the floor makes them a defense that gives them 100 points every game. It's just not real. No, and a lot of times these defensive lapses are not on her. Does she have lapses? For sure. Absolutely. Do a lot of other players have lapses too? Yes, very much so. They are equally awful on defense. And playing without a 26-point per game scorer, like the LA Sparks did without Kelsey Plum, and without a backup like Cam Brink, who can come off the bench and give you some good minutes, and a defensive, stopper and block shots and so forth, makes a difference. Absolutely makes a difference. So yeah, if you did watch the game, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what y'all thoughts were of that game, because I did not watch it. Here we are now. It's Monday. I don't know if there's been any press conferences today with the Indiana Fever. I doubt it, because I could have swore they were talking about a couple of days off. Like, why do you need a couple of days off? Why do you need a couple of days off when you have a week between games? It's just a very weird thing to me to need days off when you have a week between games. Someone might have to explain that to me, like I'm a half retard or something like that. I don't know. What do you think? Because that's just really weird. Why would you need a week off or we need days off between when you have a game in a week in between games? I mean, you could take Sunday off, but I would hope that they were in the gym today. I don't see any media scrums today, so they weren't working on the 28th. They weren't working on the 29th. When do they go back to work? When do they go back to work? The 30th? I hope that's tomorrow. What, July 1st? Wednesday? When do they go back to work? I'm definitely curious as to know when they go back to work. Because right now, they ain't working. They didn't work the last 2 days. They took time off. My son is joining a high school. He just finished his summer high school semester that was required for his new his Catholic high school. And during that time, they had workouts for football, and he hasn't even really officially started high school yet. Like in the fall, we're in the summer. He had official football workouts that started the first day of summer school. And it was Monday through Thursday for 3 straight weeks. They didn't have, I think, Friday workouts, but then he had workouts individually on the weekend. So he had one on the first weekend and this past weekend. He didn't do one the second weekend. But this is a kid who's 14 years old. And he's practicing, he's working out 4 times a week plus the weekend. And WNBA players got 2 days off back to back. 2 days off back to back. Ain't that something? And now the official workout started today because summer school ended on Friday. So they have workouts today from 4 to 6. And it's like 95 degrees out here, down here in South Florida. It's cooking out there on that field. And yeah, he was there again. He'll be there every day until practices start on July 27th. And I'm sure there'll be some weekend workouts in there scattered. I don't know which coaches will do them, but there'll be some weekend workouts that happen. So yeah, my son practices more than the WNBA does. Like, this is the type of shit that we're watching. This is the type of shit that we're watching. So they won a game, and now the people that dislike Caitlin Clark will go out there and say, oh, they're better without her. They'll say they're better without her. Well, you know what? Please, if you think you are, do me a favor. Indiana, do me a favor. Trade her. Do me a favor. Just trade her so I can get rid of this Indiana Fever headache. Trade her to DC. I'll be very happy. Trade it to New York. I'll be very happy, even more happy there. Trade her somewhere where I will be able to maximize monetization of a YouTube channel, because those areas will either develop an insane fan base because of her. Not either. They will, because those areas will develop an insane fan base because of her. Let her go to New York City, where we got 23 million in the metro area. Please send her to New York City. You will see more Liberty jerseys sold in a day than you have seen sold in the last 5 years. In one day, they will sell more Liberty jerseys of Caitlin Clark than they have sold of that team in the last 5 years. Please do it. The merch will fly off the shelves. They may fill up the building in New York sometimes. Their tickets will sell out overnight for the rest of the season. Mark it down. Mark it down. They would sell out the rest of the season. You ask why? Well, you give me the most marketable star in the league, whether you think she's the best player or not. You give me the most marketable star in the league, and you put her in the largest metro area in the country, and people say LA, I'd rather have her in New York. I really don't want her to be in LA. I'm just being real. I don't want to deal with the 10:30 starts every night, every game. I just don't. Put her in New York, where the pressure is at an all-time high. The need and the requirement of winning in that city, and the expectations that would be created. You would see. You think 2.5 million are a lot of views, folks? If the New York Liberty got Caitlin Clark on that team, folks, the 2.5 million viewers would be 4.5 million viewers. Why? Because New York City would be watching. New York City alone would be watching. That would change the demographic in a second for ratings. Don't believe it? I mean, ratings when you got New York City. I mean, you just saw the NBA Finals. NBA Finals just had the best ratings since 1998. You had the New York Knicks. You think that's an accident? You think that's an accident? Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Ghosts of Gerolitis. There's no accident in her viewership. There's no accident in her viewership. Now, are you losing fans that are buying tickets to go to games? Yeah, you are. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because she's playing? No. It's because we know that her skill set is not being used to the best of her ability. We feel, whether we know or not, we feel, which is important enough, the fact that we feel a certain way, that she's not being maximized. Oh, I was cheering for Jalen Brunson, by the way. Folks, I just bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I bought 20 Jalen Brunson rookie cards that I'm sending out for grading. I'm gonna send like half of them, not all of them, because they're not all gradable. But I bought these in a batch. If these grade at a 10, if 8 of them graded a 10, I'll make 5 times my money that I've spent on these. Because these cards are going like crazy. These cards are on fire right now. Victor Wembanyama's card took a beat down when he lost. Jalen Brunson's is going through the roof. It's going through the roof. It doesn't really matter who the New York Liberty would have to give up. It doesn't really matter. Because they can give up anybody. Who cares? They're not going to trade Stewart. They're not going to trade Sabrina. Anybody else will be available. Trade Marine Johannes. Trade Paula Austere. There you go. Remember, Caitlin Clark's not very good as it is, right? I mean, if she's not very good as it is and she doesn't matter, well, you got Ty Harris. You got Ty Harris. You got David Robinson, rookie behind glass from when I'd have to see it. I don't know. Depends on what card it is. But you got Ty Harris. You got Ty Harris, man. Like real shit. If you've got Ty Harris and she's so great, then let Ty Harris run point. You won't need a lot in return for Caitlin Clark. She's not that good, right? The league doesn't need her, right? That's what we were told. The league does not need her. Go to New York City, you'll find out. That 2.5 million you got, the viewership. Jalen Brunson's NBA Finals just now was the second highest rated finals series since 19. I'm sorry. It's the highest rated finals series since 1998. 98. Those numbers are insane. You can go look just a couple of years ago and how bad the NBA finals ratings were. They were horrid. They were horrid. This was a series that went 5 games, folks. This is the ratings this year doubled what they did last year. Doubled. 102% increase. 20.58 million average per game. Game 5 peaked 33 million viewers as the Knicks secured their first title in 53 years. The 9th most watched finals since People Meter era began in 1988, and the highest since Chicago and Utah in 1990. I'm sorry, Meter in 1988, and the highest since Chicago, Utah, which is the highest rated series of all time, 29 million people average. And this was a series that went 5 games. Imagine if this series had gone 7. Imagine if this series had gone 7. These people were climbing scaffolds. A lady lost her $250,000 a year job stealing a trash can that she could have bought for $100 from the Department of Sanitation. She lost her job at Chase. That's how important that shit is in New York. That is how important it is. You bring Caitlin Clark to New York City? Bruh. They would sell out their season in 5 seconds, and every jersey would be sold out in a minute. It would be a ratings boom. It would be a ratings boom. I mean, you're talking about putting God. A PSA 10 is basically the how a card grades from the PSA company, which is like the main company for grading of cards. If you have a PSA 10 David Robinson, I have to see the card. It just, I don't know. You have to tell me. You have to show me the card. If you want to message me on X, come on now, the pod. I could take a look at it. But again, New York City, bro. Make that deal, and I promise you the ratings that you see in Indiana would double in New York. And overnight, the rating, the attendance in Indiana would disappear. Because nobody wants to watch Kelsey Mitchell play basketball. Nobody cares about watching Aaliyah play basketball. And you'd have to have a really good reason to veto the trade. Like, you can sit here and say Kathy Engelbert would veto it. You'd have to have one hell of a reason to veto the trade. Because then you would really, then the belief would really be evident that you just don't like this girl. You want to prevent her success at any given opportunity. Any possibility. Hey, Ghost of Gerolitis. My X account is Come On Now, the pod, THE pod, POD. Send me a photo of it or email me. Email me at info at Come On Now Podcast, info, INFO at comeonnowpodcast.com. Email me the photo of the card, and I'll happily let you know what I think, because I do collect cards, and I sell as well. I just got a batch of PSA graded cards today, actually, believe it or not. But I'm telling you right now, you'd have to have a hell of a reason to veto a trade for her, because then it'll be really obvious that there's a big problem, and then there'd be a WNBA PA conversation and lawsuits, and it'd get messy. It'd get messy. Definitely would get messy. But I'm telling you right now, people, this stuff right here, you don't like her? She ain't good enough? Trade her, man. It would make my day. I would be so happy to not have to talk about Stephanie White again. Yeah, I'm gonna type it in. Info at Come On Now Podcast. I could type this in. I would be thrilled. I would not have to talk about Stephanie White anymore. I wouldn't have to listen to the Kelsey Mitchell congregation. I wouldn't have to hear about Aaliyah Boston as a hub. Wouldn't have to hear about any of that shit. You want to know why? And you know what? I would be happy to not hear about it on top of the fact that, well, if you're in New York, well, I know you got real legit players there. Like Brianna Stewart's legit. Sabrina's legit. Jonquel Jones is legit. Like those are legit players. Those are legit players. I think all three of them are better than Kelsey Mitchell and Leah Boston. I mean, that's my opinion. I think they're all better. I think they're all better than those two. So, yeah, you have to make some type of trade. You have to give something up. I don't know what you give up. You give some picks. You give Paul Astier. You give freaking Marine Johannes. I like Johannes, but you can dump her real fast. You want to keep you want to keep Leonie Fibich because of the wing. Oh, Satu Sabli's on that team too. She's decent. She's not great. She's decent. So yeah, you're so happy with Ty Harris, and you're so happy without this one and that one. You want to be crying in your locker room, from what I heard, crying in the locker room. Oh my word, what are we doing, man? All at the same time, where we're getting to listen to these national media pundits run their mouths. I mean, run their mouths, bro. Like this crap is crazy, folks. It's crazy. It's nuts. But I'll tell you right now, you'd find out just real fast how much that New York metro area matters and how fast she would increase everything in New York City. You thought the other players that were on that team right now are important? Nah, you put Caitlin Clark in New York City. Oh boy. Trade her, man. If they so much better without her, trade her. Do it. Get it over with. Save us the headache. Save us the emotional toll right now of having to now got to wait a week to see if she's even going to play on Saturday, folks. Like, we don't even know if she's going to play on Saturday. This is where we're at. We have no idea. We've got no idea. Stuff is nuts, folks. Well, tomorrow night, A'ja Wilson's questionable against the New York Liberty in the Commissioner's Cup, no less. And Satu Sabli is out for concussion protocol. Did she bump her head getting a haircut? I don't even know. Interesting. But, let's jump in on the topic right here. You got these attacks from these national media members that are just so out of control. I did drop the video on Emmanuel Acho, and that one was crazy in itself. The one with Shinya Agumake, folks, man, what's going on? What's going on? Well, why are they taking a week off? That's how the schedule worked out. I mean, they didn't make their schedule. That's how the schedule worked out. This wasn't created by the team. The schedule is made by the league. Made by the league. So I'm not going to sit here and go crazy about how that happened. I mean, we've had a bunch of other teams that have had 5 to 7 days off between games, and nobody really cares. Nobody cares. But this is what Emmanuel Acho had to say earlier or yesterday about Caitlin Clark and his insane commentary. I mean, this might be the most insane shit I've ever heard in my life. It might be the most insane shit I've ever heard in my life. If you haven't heard it yet, here, take a listen.
The W at this junction in time would be better without Caitlin Clark because
first of all, it's not junction in time, it's juncture in time, not junction. So he tries so hard to sound smart and intelligent and like an intellectual. He sounds stupid off the rip. It's a juncture in time, not a junction in time. But I'll leave that for another moment. I mean, let's continue.
Bigger distraction than she is an additive. Caitlin Clark has gotten the WNBA over the necessary threshold they needed. Now people are watching. Now we realize, there's talent in the W. Talent that's actually even greater than Caitlin Clark. And I'm not just talking.
What? Talent greater than Caitlin Clark. Okay.
About bigs like Asia. I'm talking about the Olivia Miles. I'm talking about the
Olivia Miles has played 18 WNBA games now, so she's better than Caitlin Clark in 18 games. That's what you're sitting here trying to tell somebody. $18 games in, 19 games, whatever it is. She's better than Caitlin Clark 19 games in. If that's the case, then she's the best point guard the WNBA has ever seen. Are you telling us this, Emmanuel Acho, that Olivia Miles is the best point guard the WNBA has ever seen? Because that's what you're telling me right now when you sit here and say that Olivia Miles is better than Caitlin Clark. Better than her in what? In what? She has more speed, sure. What is she? Is she a better shooter than Clark from deep perimeter? No. Is she a better finisher around the rim? I'd have to check that statistically. But I'm not sure. But I know that Caitlin Clark passes players open. Olivia Miles does a pretty good job of that, doing that too. Caitlin Clark averages more than 25% more assists per game. She averages more rebounds per game. As a rookie, she averaged more assists, more points, and more rebounds than Olivia Miles is right now. Olivia Miles has one double-double this year. Caitlin Clark had 12 as a rookie. 12. I think Olivia Miles is a badass. But what the fuck is this guy talking about? Paige Beckers?
Paige Beckers. Hell, I'm talking about the Kelsey Mitchells.
Motherfucker, shut the hell up, you clown-ass fool. Kelsey Mitchell? You mean 49-149 before Caitlin Clark showed up? That Kelsey Mitchell? The one that had a 34% winning percentage before Caitlin Clark arrived in the scene to save her ass from having her career be a complete and utter catastrophe? That Kelsey Mitchell? The one who's shooting the best percentage of her career this year? Oh, I don't know. Playing next to who? Caitlin Clark? Wow. Miraculous things happen when you stand next to Caitlin Clark and most of your shots are wide open. It's amazing, huh? Those miraculous things happen when you play with a transcendent player. A player who transcends the league. Who creates opportunity that you've never seen before. And we're still having this debate and conversation 3 years in. It's insane. It's worse today than it was as a rookie. I can actually accept this shit as a rookie because guess what? She was a rookie. She's averaging more points than she was as a rookie, around the same amount of assists. She's shooting better from the floor and better from three, I'm pretty sure, as well. I think the rebounds are about the same. What are we talking about? Kelsey Mitchell's a good player. Kelsey Mitchell with Aaliyah Boston, they were a 13-win team. 13 wins. They weren't good. And you want to come on here and talk about Kelsey Mitchell? Paige Beckers won 10 games as a rookie. 9 actually. 9. They were horrible in Dallas. And now you blame everybody. It's funny. You blame everybody else when it's somebody else. But when it's Caitlin Clark, it's Caitlin Clark's fault. So Caitlin Clark goes 20 and 20 as a rookie in Indiana. Their first 500 record in 8 years. Their first playoff berth in 8 years. Paige Beckers was 9 in 29 and 27 or something like that. Around there. She wasn't good. I mean, her team wasn't good. She had a good season. She isn't doing stuff that Caitlin Clark was doing. Hell, we got to watch the two of those women yesterday yell at each other, talk shit back and forth to each other, threaten each other in front of the same referee that teed up Caitlin Clark for clapping, instigating. Apparently, they can instigate all they want. Apparently, they can instigate. But Caitlin Clark claps, and that's an instigation. This guy's a fool, bro. He's a fool.
Caitlin got the necessary eyes there. But now that the eyes are there, we don't necessarily need her anymore.
What the fuck are you talking about? You don't need her anymore? Raise of hands. In fact, I'm gonna do a poll right here in the chat. Let's do a poll in the chat right now. If Caitlin Clark left today, would you watch another WNBA game? I can tell you right now, folks, I would not watch another game. I would have no reason to. Yes, have I been dragged into this toxic cesspool that is the WNBA? Absolutely. I've been dragged in. I have been dragged into this toxic cesspool. Let me type in this. Would you watch another WNBA game if Caitlin Clark left? It's a simple yes, no. Nothing complicated. You'd either watch one or you wouldn't. Yes or no. And I sit here and I ask you these. I ask the question. Click on the thing. Click on it, please. Do me a favor. I would not watch another game. I couldn't care less about anybody in this league. I would stop my Mystics podcast tomorrow. I would stop everything. I would reverse. Well, number one, you're not going to watch the Fever content. I don't have anything to talk about. I don't care about the team. I care about her. I care about her. How many? You can fuck it up and put yes if you would. I mean, if you would, you would. It's okay. Like the only way that I would is if I accidentally clicked on the damn game by accident. I would not be looking for it though. Like right now, I look for it. I don't, it doesn't. I look for these games. It doesn't pop up on me by accident. And I wouldn't want. And I'm gonna be real. I would stop watching the Mystics tomorrow too, because realistically, I want to like Lauren Betts. They make it real hard. They don't play her at all. I mean, they played a 4 overtime game yesterday, and that clown-ass motherfucker, Sydney Johnson, did not make one substitution for 18 and a half minutes of overtime. He played the same 5 players for 18 and a half minutes, folks. The same 5 players for 18 and a half minutes in overtime. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was nuts. It was insane, folks. If she was to pick up her ball and go, if she would pick up her ball and go and decide, I'm out of here, I'm done. I'm talking the league. The league would lose over 1 million viewers overnight. All the votes for the All-Star game, you would go back to them old voting numbers. Now, would the number one vote going to be at 95,000 votes? Nah, they'd probably get a couple 100,000. Because there are people that came in to hate on Caitlin Clark. There are people that came in because they want to bone Angel Reese. So they might stick around for a bit. I would turn this shit off, man. I would go back to my regular podcast and we talk about combat sports and football and NBA and baseball and hell, I might even talk about WWE for Christ's sakes. I wouldn't be talking about the WNBA for what? For what? Bro, I watched that Mystics, that Lynx game against the Wings. I mean, they allow a whole lot, bro. They allow a whole lot. I mean, that technical foul on Caitlin Clark is going to go down as one of the dumbest technical fouls ever. And the fact that the WNBA did not rescind it is just a joke in itself. I'm not going to watch Caitlin Clark play in Europe, so I'm not going to lie to you about that either. I'm not watching. I'm done. I'd be done. It would be boring. I don't want to watch European basketball, folks. The players there suck. Let's continue.
Caitlin did what only Caitlin could do, and we don't necessarily need her to do anymore. Thank you, Caitlin. We can take it from here. Now you're saying that the WNBA needs to be cognizant of where they put Caitlin Clark on posters. The WNBA...
Yes, you stupid fucking clown. Yes. 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 Did you not put Michael Jordan on posters? What the fuck, bro? Yes.
And the officials need to alter the rules for Caitlin Clark.
They didn't alter the rules for Caitlin Clark, you clown. You know who bitched and moaned about the damn officiating last year? You dumb motherfucker. It was Napheesa Collier crying a fucking river about how she got tripped by Alyssa Thomas, no less. Blows out what, both of her fucking ankles? Multiple ankle surgeries? That was Napheesa Collier who ran her mouth and had a problem. It wasn't Caitlin Clark. They changed rules because all these players in the WNBA, not named Caitlin Clark, were crying about officials. What the hell are you talking about, clown? What are you talking about? The complaints about the officials have been coming from other players. They didn't change the rules or adjust rules for Caitlin Clark, even though she's been a great beneficiary of it because she gets fouled 3 times a play and handles the ball more than anyone as a point guard. If they called every foul that Caitlin Clark was getting fouled with, we'd be watching her games for like 5 hours. People would be fouling out by halftime. Because the only way to combat the skill of Caitlin Clark is to be physical. It's to bang her. It's to jostle her. It's to annoy her. It's to try to get under her skin. That's literally how the Detroit Pistons dealt with Michael Jordan. And you might say the NBA changed some rules for Jordan. I mean, maybe 8 years in they did. Because the first 7, he was getting put on his ass every damn night. And 1990s basketball, last I checked, was the most physical time of basketball that I've ever seen. 1990s basketball, these games were played in the 80s and 90s. 1990s basketball was pretty goddamn physical. You could hand check in the NBA forever. You could close out on shooters forever. You could land, you could be in their circle when they jump up and shoot, and they can land right on your foot, and there was nothing you could do about it. It wasn't a foul. I personally hate that rule. I think that's the worst rule in sports, well, in basketball. You can't close out on a shooter. You can't close out on a shooter? So, like largely the one that people are complaining about. Here, let me real quick. TLC 979. Thank you so very much for the gifted podcast memberships. Enjoy your gifted memberships, folks. Enjoy the 5 that were just donated. Thank you so much. Bro. $1997 New York Knicks Miami Heat. PJ Brown body slammed Charlie Ward. Like, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about here? They didn't change. But back to that rule. I hate that rule. You want to know why I hate that rule? Because that rule got made over one player. If you recall, that rule got made over Zaza Pachulia closing out on Kawhi Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard landed on Pachulia's foot. He rolls his ankle, and he's out pretty much for the rest of that series, I think it was. And the Warriors were down like 25 in game 1 and came back and won the game and the whole 9. And next thing you know, they changed all the rules. They changed that damn closeout rule, which I thought was like, it makes it impossible to defend. You can't defend anybody straight up because of that rule. So that rule, I hate it. I hate it. I don't care if you land on someone's foot. Deal with it. You want to know how you avoid landing on? You know how you avoid landing on someone's foot? When you take a jump shot, you jump up and you come straight down. You want to know who lands on people's feet typically? Is they jump up and they land like 3 feet forward. They do. They all do it. They all do it. Every shooter does it. They're trying to draw that foul. They're now trying to draw the foul more than they are trying to make the basket. That's what that stupid rule's done. You can watch Steph Curry literally turn his body into people while shooting to draw a bullshit foul. That closeout rule might be the worst rule in basketball because you literally cannot legitimately contest a three-point shot or a jump shot for that matter. You can't. It's impossible. That's why in the NBA particularly, you see defenders like defend to the side. They never get a hand up in front of a shooter. They never do. No one was ever putting their feet in front of no one was putting their feet under the people intentionally. Ask Reggie Miller, man. Reggie Miller dealt with that his entire career, man. I could literally land on you in the 90s when you shoot the basketball and there'll be no foul call. Because all that did right there was it created so if you shoot the ball's gone, and I'm in the air and I land on you after the ball's gone, there's no foul. There's no foul there. They wouldn't call that. I got landed on tons of times in high school. In the early 90s. And that shit sucked, man. That shit sucked. And in my brain, I'm like, that's got to be a foul. No, not a foul. Not a foul. Today it's a foul. There's using rules to your advantage, and there's using rules to manipulate the game. And that's a problem. That's why people hate Jalen Brunson. That's why there's a lot of people that hate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The big one, dude. That's why people hate SGA, because he manipulates the game by foul baiting. He's not even trying to make a basket. He's just trying to bait fouls. He baits fouls. The one with Ayayi was not intentional. I don't agree. Some people might be intentional. The one with the Ayayi chick from Phoenix wasn't intentional. That was not. In fact, realistically, you may not like it, but Caitlin Clark literally did like a freaking V landing on her feet. Like she literally went from shooting a jump shot to landing like this. And her foot grazed Ayayi's foot. It wasn't like it wasn't. Should it be called by the rule? Yeah, sure. It wasn't on purpose. Not to me. There's people who do things. There are people that do shit intentionally. That one was not intentional. But what Caitlin did is no different than what other players do. They literally look to land on a foot and do it so that they know that if they land on that foot, it should be a flagrant foul by the rule. It should be by the rule. So now we're gonna have a judgment call on, well, what was your intent on how you landed and where your feet landed and all that bullshit. And I think what Caitlin did in that situation right there, I thought that was not the wisest thing to do. Like, guys, I don't bullshit on stuff. I to give my real opinion. I don't play that game. It's not worth turning your ankle to look for someone's foot. And people do it. There are players that do it. They absolutely do it. Let's take a look at this poll right here. Right now, the poll is 90% no. You would not watch another WNBA game. 90% no. 91%. I think it's a pretty good idea. I think it's a pretty good idea that most of us would not watch another WNBA game. It's just the truth. Let's continue with this imbecile here.
The WNBA and opposing players need to treat Caitlin Clark more gently. Caitlin Clark's coach needs to be cognizant of how she talks to her in public because it's going to look like there's an issue. Unless we can take off our gloves for
this dumb motherfucker, like he played like half a second in the NFL. He acts like Tom Brady didn't go crazy on Bill Belichick. He acts like these top shelf players don't go off on their coaches. He acts like Jimmy Butler and Eric Spoelstra didn't get into it. He acts like Steph and Kerr and Draymond and Kerr and whoever else, and they're Jordan and Phil Jackson and Jordan and Doug Collins. Like like these guys didn't go off on their coaches. And Acho's a fool because he just shows he doesn't watch anything. He proves it. I don't care if Stephanie White yells at Caitlin Clark. I don't care. It doesn't bother me one freaking bit, personally. It may bother other people. It doesn't bother me at all. What bothers me is that she's the only one that gets yelled at by that woman. She is the only one that's getting yelled at by that woman at all times. She never yells at anybody else. She's never in anyone else's ear. She's never fussing out anybody else on that team. The only person she constantly fusses out is Caitlin Clark. So yes, it looks over the top. It looks over the top that you're always up her ass. Always up her ass. You never have a problem when Aaliyah Boston turns it over 5 times. You never have a problem when Kelsey Mitchell olays a fucking guard on a defensive play, as she did twice back-to-back in one play against, I forgot who the hell it was, just back-to-back, just right to the rim, layup, easy bucket. Never, like, what? You never see her mad at anybody else on this team. It's like it's personal. And on top of that, you did have Dan Dakich, who is connected to these people, and he said your coach hates your guts. I wonder how that went off. I wonder how that went when Caitlin Clark heard that, and if she had any conversation with Stephanie White about that. I'm curious. Inquiring minds have got to know. We got to know. What was the conversation like? Or was there a conversation after Dan Dakich went off about how Stephanie White hates Caitlin Clark? I mean, again, inquiring minds have got to know. Did that conversation ever happen? What could Stephanie White have said to Caitlin Clark at that point? Like, what could have possibly been said? Oh, Caitlin, no, that's not true. I never said that. I don't know Dan Dakich. Oh, bullshit. You know him. Like, what? In what world do you hear this said about any player on any other team in the league? You don't. For a couple of reasons. One, you don't care because it's irrelevant and insignificant and nobody would notice. We got the video of Becky Hammon yelling at the Vegas Aces after they were getting slaughtered in one game. And someone said in a post, you see, that's what a leader does. She doesn't yell back at her coach. Yeah, you dumb fuck. Because she wasn't looking at A'ja Wilson dead in her eyeball saying, you stupid motherfuckers, you suck on defense, you're trash, you're bums, blase, blase. No, she was doing this. She was panning everybody. She was going back and forth, panning everybody. So even if that attack, that yelling was being given to A'ja Wilson directly, you know what we saw as people watching on TV? It wasn't for A'ja directly. You didn't embarrass your star player. You didn't embarrass your star player. Instead, every single game we get to watch, at some point in the game, Caitlin Clark is sitting side by side with Stephanie White, and we're watching Stephanie White get Caitlin Clark to the point where she's rolling her fucking eyes. Now, do I like the reaction? No, I don't, because it's caught on television and it looks like a petulant child whining about mom talking to them. You imagine if you talk to your kid and your kid is rolling her eyes or his eyes at you, you might smack your kid in the goddamn face, right? You would. Well, it looks bad when you're rolling your eyes on the sideline every time Stephanie White talks to you. It looks bad. It makes you look bratty and spoiled and diva-ish. But maybe if we saw her talking to Kelsey Mitchell a little bit more, or Aaliyah Boston, or some other player in the same way in which she speaks to Caitlin Clark, maybe we wouldn't think about it as much. But we don't, because it only happens to Caitlin Clark. Well, Dan Dakich is looking for video clicks, man. He's gonna keep flip flopping his opinion, and now he's her savior again. Now he loves her again, and the whole nine. I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of that going on every single game. So again, if Asia Wilson was catching that shit every fucking game from Becky Hammond, Asia Wilson might want to kick Becky Hammond's little ass. She might just want to. Let's continue.
Caitlin Clark and stop trying to act like she's a messiah, the WNBA could and would be better off without Caitlin Clark, at least without this version of everybody coddling and caressing and catering to Caitlin Clark.
The coddling, the caressing. What the hell is this idiot talking about? Coddling and caressing. Coddling and caressing Caitlin Clark. Oh boy. Man. Man. This guy's dumb. Like, bro, your education at UT at Texas, man, it definitely you definitely missed something there because you missed common sense class at school. You dumb, bro. I mean, at some point, you guys gotta think that some people are just dumb, or if you're not dumb, then you're just one racist motherfucker, or you're pandering. One of the two. You're one of those things. You're pandering, absolutely pandering. You want to get some clicks. You want attention. I gave you some attention. I did a video on your video. You know what I didn't do? I didn't pull the clip from your video site. I pulled the clip that someone posted on X. It doesn't even attach to your site, just so you know. So I'm not even giving it doesn't even attach. But whatever. This guy is off the wall. He decided to do this after Chinya Gumake, after Chinya Gumake, said what she had to say, and we'll play that in a second. The Messiah. Messiah. Well, the Messiah, Caitlin Clark. The Messiah, Caitlin Clark. I'm just pulling some numbers up. The Messiah, Caitlin Clark, took less shots per game than Kelsey Mitchell. Statistical fact. The statistical fact, Messiah took 14.5 shots per game as a rookie, and Kelsey Mitchell took 15.1. If someone would be the Messiah, you would think they'd just come in and just be shot chucking the fuck out that damn ball, right? Now, this year, Kelsey Mitchell's averaging 15.5 shots, and Caitlin Clark's averaging 15.6 shots. Kelsey Mitchell's playing 32.4 minutes per game. Caitlin Clark's playing 30.8. Caitlin Clark is actually shooting her best percentage of her career at 43% right now, while having to carry the entire team. 8.2 assists, 4 rebounds. Her turnover numbers have gone down. All her foul numbers have gone up. She's averaging the most points in her career, scoring. But she's proclaiming herself as the Messiah. Gotcha. Player that always looks to pass the ball first. She's the Messiah. She's coddled, spoiled, all these different things. The player who'd rather see her teammates score, who'd rather see her teammates be successful, is the coddled, spoiled, pampered, diva, princess. At least if Caitlin was averaging 35 a game and 1 assist per game, I could see, oh yeah, she doesn't pass the ball. And then you could actually argue something. I mean, this woman should be averaging double-digit assists if they could just catch the basketball. If they could just make a layup. Like, if they could just make a layup. I'm wondering when that new ballots for All-Star comes out, if it's tomorrow. Because tomorrow was the day, Tuesday was the day that they dropped the first and second run of the ballots, and the final ballots were on Saturday. So I'm wondering if we'll get final, regular people ballots. If you see the player ballot coming with Caitlin Clark not number 1 or number 2, you already know. You already know. So yeah, this is what Emmanuel Acho had to say about Caitlin Clark. His opinion on Caitlin Clark. By the way, although I'm pretty sure they will show it because they do it for the NBA. They show what the ranking is for fan vote, media vote, and then player vote. They do that in the NBA. Now, I can't speak on if they're going to do that in the WNBA because I think this is the first time that we've had player vote and media vote be included in the All-Star game balloting. So again, another example of a way to try to knock Caitlin Clark down. Because I don't think there was a media vote or a player vote last year. If I'm mistaken, let me know. If I'm mistaken, please do let me know. Because she was on the All-Star team last year, but she didn't play. So I gotta wonder. I'm just reading some of y'all comments. So yeah, if they didn't have a player vote and a media vote last year, and all these media members, if you're voting Caitlin Clark as number 9, was there a player vote last year for this? I don't know if there was. I don't remember. To be honest, I don't remember. But the fact of the matter is, if you're going to tell me that a player averaging 21 points, 8 assists, she was 9th. Now, how absurd is that? So she's the 9th best guard in the WNBA. The 9th best guard in the WNBA. The 9th best guard. That's what I'm talking about. Like, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. Again, you're the 9th best guard in the WNBA. I can't think of. I can't think of 9 players that I would even consider being better than her. I can't think of one that I would consider being better than her. All the media members have been posting their ballots, and she's gonna finish number 1 or 2 without a doubt. Maybe 3. Let's see what happens with the fan vote if the fans have stepped up in the past week to put her past Aaliyah Boston. Understand that again, if she left the WNBA, the fan vote for the All-Star game would drop significantly. There'd be a significant drop. By the way, in the last 8 games, Olivia Miles has had 6, 10, 16, 21, 24, 30, 34 turnovers in the last 8 games. What's that math? That's over 4 turnovers a game, right? That's 34 divided by 8. 4.25 turnovers per game in the last 8 games. The last 8 games, she's averaged 4.25 turnovers per game. In that same stretch, She's had 39 assists. So she has a 1.13 to 1 assist to turnover ratio in her last 8 games. I ain't making the numbers up. Olivia Miles is 4th in the WNBA in turnovers per game. Alyssa Thomas is averaging 3.9 turnovers per game. I know Caitlin's at 4.6. Angel Reese is at 3.5. Shakira Austin, 3.3. Carla Leighty's at 3.2, but she only averages 5.7 assists per game. I mean, realistically, I'm just curious now. I don't know what the numbers are. I got to do the math. 0.5. So right now, Caitlin Clark has a 1.78 to 1 assist to turnover ratio. Olivia Miles has a 1.62 to 1 assist to turnover ratio. Hey, but you know Olivia Miles is better at point guard, right? Olivia Miles yells at refs every game. She yells at opponents every game. She talks shit every game. She's nonstop screaming every game. But for her, it's passion. And here's the thing, I don't even care. Like that's the thing. I don't even care. I'm cool with it. I have no problem with it. I don't have a problem with any of this stuff. I got a problem with how it gets viewed by people. Do I think it's helpful to yell at referees constantly? No, I don't. I think it backfires on you. I think it backfires on you. I think it eventually screws you up with officials. I think officials talk about it and they will fuck you over. They will. Referees will screw people all the time. Referees will screw people all the time. By the way, folks, like and subscribe to the video. Like the video. Hit the like button. Subscribe to both channels. Hell, become a member while you're at it if you want to. I'd appreciate that. Drop your super chats. I do appreciate those too. But again, it's very interesting to see that this kind of this conversation. So now we can take a look at what Chiney Ogwumike had to say about one Caitlin Clark. This was the other one. And there were others as well. And in this one, you'll have multiples, actually. You get the commentary from everybody. It's amazing how you went from being a teammate to now you talk shit about her, you know. Oh boy. I'm gonna bring this up and down because I don't know how they are about this for copyright purposes, folks. So let me do this like this. Let's start with this. Here we go.
To me, overall, officiating has been
I'm gonna stop it right here and put this behind the screen so you can still hear it.
A universal issue this year. And that's not the goal of any league, but this is the reality. And when you think about the imperative to call more fouls, we're seeing the highest scoring season ever in WNBA history. That's largely because they're calling more fouls, right? Games are no longer 2 hours, they're 2.5 hours long. So you're seeing that there's an
The WNBA is going the opposite direction of Major League Baseball. They're making their games longer and worse. And Major League Baseball is making their games shorter and worse.
imperative to call more fouls, but there's still a lack of situational awareness or a lack of control of the game by the refs. You can call
Respectfully, Chiney Ogwumike. Chiney Ogwumike. Let's take what you just said for what you just said. Let's take this again. Let's go back real quick. What'd she say right here?
or a lack of control of the game by the refs, awareness, or a lack of call more fouls, but there's still a lack of situational awareness or a lack of control of the game.
Wait. Situational awareness. I'm glad you brought that up. Situational awareness. times. Michael Jordan fouled out 11 times in his entire career. MJ fouled out 11 times his entire NBA career. And most of them came in his rookie season. And after that, he never fouled out more than once in a single game in any year the rest of his NBA career. God. Like, that's an insane stat, right? Caitlin Clark has had 5 fouls in how many games this season where she's had to be sat because of foul trouble? Let's go look that statement up again. Situational awareness. So Caitlin Clark has had 5 fouls against Golden State, against Portland, against New York. They lost that game by 8, by the way. Against Atlanta and against Phoenix. She's had 5 fouls in 5 games out of 17 this season. And in every game that she has had 5 fouls, her minutes have been impacted. Only one game has she played more than 31 minutes when she's committed 5 fouls. Her minutes have been brought down because of these fouls. She's also got 1, 2, 3, 4 games with 4 fouls. She's been dealing with foul issues all season as one of the premier players in the WNBA. So the situational awareness to remember that people are paying for tickets to watch her, not you officials, to watch her on TV, not you officials. That situational awareness that you're talking about, Chiney Ogwumike, yet has her in foul trouble damn near every game. Has her in foul trouble in damn near every game to the point where Caitlin Clark does not even want to defend somebody in a one-on-one situation because she's expecting to get called for a foul. They will throw their bodies into her, and even if she's just straight up and down like this, they will call a foul on her. And they have pretty much done that all season long. Is she a good defensive player? No. But again, the situational awareness to not call every breath on your featured star attraction, yet they do it every single game. Chiney Ogwumike. Every game. But you will sit here on a television and tell us they don't have the situational awareness. You're right. How about the situational awareness that would remind the damn referee Caitlin Clark has 4 technical fouls. Gerda, you might not want to blow a tech on Caitlin for clapping 4 times. That situational awareness. Gerda, because in her situational awareness with Olivia Miles and Paige Beckers, she sucked her whistle in her throat. She did not blow it. She put it in her pocket. So let's talk about the situational awareness. So let's continue. Insane. Insane, folks. Insane.
By the refs. You can call fouls, but is it dictating how one game is played from the other? Because you can see one game where one is super physical and one where people are dropping 50. Yep. There's been a lack of consistency, and this creates a problem in magnifier matchups. And this is a magnifier matchup when you look back at it. Alyssa Thompson.
But she's like all over the place, man. What exactly is she talking about here? So a game where someone scores 50, well, what does scoring 50 got to do with anything? Marina Mabrey was on a flipping heater. Like what does scoring 50 have to do with a thing? I mean, I don't know. Can y'all explain that one to me? What exactly does scoring 50 got to do with shit? It don't got shit to do with shit. What does that have to do with anything? I mean, let me find this crap. The game where she dropped 53 points. What day was that? What day did she drop 53? Was it Sunday? No, it wasn't. It wasn't the 8-9. They lost that game. When did she drop 53? God damn, I can't find it. Tempo. I mean, Mabry had 37 in another game because she's just shooting the damn ball all the damn time because they got nobody else at this point to shoot. The fact that Dominique Malonga has a 37-point game, but Caitlin Clark doesn't have a 37-point game to this day is insane. Insane. Where? Okay, here we go. Against the LA Sparks, no less, of course. Let's go look at this box score. What is she talking about? They had the same amount of fouls called this game. What's she talking about? What is she talking about? They both had 23 fouls, 46 combined fouls. Is she trying to make the claim that there were no fouls called in this game? Marina Mabry took 12 free throws in that game by herself. She was 17 of 28 and 9 of 18 from 3. She doesn't even. This doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. Let's continue.
Caitlin Clark, both dominant players, but Alyssa plays on the edge. I know her.
Okay,
dominant players, but Caitlin Clark, both dominant players, but Alyssa plays on the edge. I know her. Yep. And Caitlin sometimes embellishes at times in certain instances. And so when you have
Wait. Caitlin embellishes. Okay. Embellishes. Alyssa Thomas plays on the edge. I know her. Okay, you know her. And so if you know her, you know that she plays on the edge. On the edge, what is the edge? The edge is the difference between clean and dirty. And in this case, she crossed the edge. And instead of you holding her accountable for crossing the edge, you justified her crossing the edge because Caitlin embellishes while apparently laying on the floor and having 2 women jump on top of her, one in a straddled position with a fist on her ribs, because apparently we all go down onto people with fists in our fists, not our hands, but our fists, fist in a rib, fist on an arm, and then the fist on the arm magically rolls into the throat. So at that point, Caitlin decided to embellish the discomfort of a fist on her throat by going, ah, and nobody called it. You know her. I don't give a damn if she was in your damn wedding. If you know her, you know that she got ejected when she took out Angel Reese a couple years ago. She got ejected. Am I incorrect, people? She was ejected, right? I need to check it out. Was Alyssa Thomas ejected? Yes, she was ejected from that game. So your player that you know so well has crossed the line before with dirty shit. In fact, the game before, she threw an elbow aiming for her face, and Caitlin avoided it, and it hit her in the chest. I guess Caitlin should have left her face in the way to get hit in the face. So she got tossed in that game. She's done all kinds of dirty shit to other people. We've seen it. Yeah, she's physical. The real word for physical is dirty. And you want to know the reality? I don't have the biggest problem with it, to be honest. Dennis Rodman was physical and dirty. Charles Oakley was physical and dirty. So was Anthony Mason. So were so many of those power players. Because the way you neutralize incredible talent and incredible skill is by knocking them on their ass. That's the reality. Bill Laimbeer, Rick Mahorn, John Sally, all of them from the Detroit Pistons. The way you neutralize incredible talent and skill is by putting them on their ass. We all know this. She got thrown out of that game. She has crossed the line before. She crossed the line again. I talked about the Napheesa Collier injury 30 minutes ago. And you want to know what? I didn't think that was a dirty play. I thought that was an unfortunate situation for Napheesa Collier. I thought that was actually a really good play on the ball. I thought it was an unfortunate contact that happened after the ball got hit by Thomas. And Collier rolled her ankle. Unfortunate. Oh, that's unfortunate. Is it physical as shit? Yeah, that was a physical play. I don't think that was a dirty play. I don't believe it was. And again, the rules changed because of that, because Napheesa Collier cried about it. Not because Caitlin Clark has cried about it. Caitlin Clark has done exactly the opposite than complaining about it. She's actually shut the fuck up and said nothing most of the time until recently. No apologies. Until recently, she has never said a word about the shitty officiating. So, miss me with the bullshit, Chiney Ogwumike. You know Alyssa Thomas. So, because Caitlin Clark sometimes does this, sweetheart, I just watched Carla Leite last night against, was it yesterday? Against the Mystics. That girl flops her head every time she has a gust of wind come by her. Carla Leite flops like a European soccer player. She is an expert at the flop. She flops so hard, it's like, are you really hurt? Or are you just laying on the damn ground? I mean, she was laying on the ground and then magically gets up and able to shoot her free throws and keep kicking their ass. I mean, the flopping that girl did last night yesterday was crazy. They all do it. Someone moves their arm back and it hits them here. They go, ah, I'm dying. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop it. You're sitting here with some bullshit. This whole league flops. Jordan Kennedy gets breathed on as she falls over. Yes, she does too. They all do it. Aaliyah Boston does it. Kelsey Mitchell flails her arms all the time. She flailed her arms so much that she got called for a technical foul against Atlanta for doing it. I thought she flailed a bit in that play. I thought it was normal arm motion, but I thought she also flailed a little bit. They all do it. You're going to come on here. Caitlin's the only one that doesn't? Shut up.
A scrum, like you said, there needs to be a vigilance, but also this created a position where the league is now forced to be reactive. Mm-hmm. And instead of having a control of not just calling fouls, now the league is reacting and doing something that it rarely does on a non-call and instituting a suspension. Yeah. And to me, that was unique. But I'll lastly say this, because that...
Well, maybe if they had called it on the floor and ejected her from the game, we wouldn't have this conversation now, would we? Instead, you chose to blame Caitlin Clark for this. Has Caitlin Clark even commented about this? No, because Caitlin Clark left the game in the third quarter with a back problem. Caitlin Clark has not had an interview about this at all. At all. You want to make this about Caitlin Clark and what she did? She didn't do anything. She was the victim. Like, we're literally making the victim of a situation the criminal, the aggressor. I mean, what's next, Chiney? Are you going to now tell women that who get RAPED'd that it's their fault for wearing a tight dress? Yeah, I'm going way over the top, right? Are you now going to question every woman who files a charge of RAPED? And say, oh, what were you wearing? What were you wearing? You must have had it coming to you because you wore that little thottish ass outfit, right? You wore that thotty outfit. Yes, your fault. Oh, so Caitlyn flings her head back. That's her fault. Even though she didn't fling her head back, she got throat jabbed. If you had freaking called the foul on the floor and ejected her in that game on the floor, guess what? One, she doesn't get suspended. That's number one. Two, Indiana probably wins the game because they ain't winning without Alyssa Thomas. And three, we ain't having this conversation right now. Unless y'all are still bitching and moaning that she got ejected from the game for putting a throat jammy in her fucking throat. I ask every one of y'all, grab your fist, put your fist right here on your throat. I don't have a very big throat. I have a really stumpy throat. But put your fist right here and just push a little bit. I'm talking like this is me just pushing a little bit. Now imagine, and it's painful. Now imagine you're 155 pounds, you're laying on the ground, and this 220-pound human being, male or female, has their fist on your throat for even a second. Because yes, photo-wise, it looks way worse than it really was. Because it's a split-second thing. It happened that fast. But again, no one ever goes down to the ground, fists down. They put their hands out. If her hand had slid from her arm to her freaking throat, we would probably be saying a lot less stuff. We would probably like, yeah, shit happens. It'd be that's really, to me, for me, that is the difference. Because if you come down with your hand is on her rib, your hand's on her arm. Mind you, the ball's long gone already. And your hand slides down and it gets on her. No biggie. I'm not losing sleep. The problem was it was like this. Because nobody goes down like this. Like this. I would have given her the freaking benefit of the doubt on an open palm. Because I know that I don't go to the ground like this. That shit hurts. That shit hurts. Why did your fist magically slide down her arm? Why wouldn't you have just picked your arm up? Why are you using her body to propel yourself up? Like, her body is not your way to get up. In no world is someone else's. This isn't football. In no world is that person's body your propulsion up. No one any of y'all take baths? Do you put your fist on the damn bathtub to push yourself out of the tub? No, you use your hands to push yourself out of the tub. Yeah, Bruce Lee does knuckle push-ups. I've done knuckle push-ups. They suck. They hurt. Again, put your fist on your own throat. Now imagine somebody else does that shit to you at 220 pounds on a downward level. Bro, even for 1 second, it would feel like you're fucking swallowing your throat. It would hurt like hell. I had a guy give me a rear naked choke when I first went to my first jiu-jitsu class. I went to I did a jiu-jitsu class, right? I did jiu-jitsu for a little bit. So when I went for the introductory, the free introductory for 20 minutes, part of that free introductory was getting caught in some chokeholds. That's the introduction. I'm gonna choke your ass out. Fuck, man. I have a pretty thick neck. The dude gets me in a chokehold, in a rear naked choke. Folks, when I tell you that rear naked choke, I almost didn't sign up. I was like, yo, I don't think I want to do this. I don't know about this. Because his rear naked choke, when I tell you that shit is like he caught me right on the fucking at the voice box. It hurt to swallow for like 3 days. It hurt to swallow for like 3 days. I couldn't. It hurt to talk. It hurt to swallow. It hurt to eat. On a basic rear naked choke. So when I watch guys in MMA just sitting in a rear naked for like 30 seconds, I'm like, oh my God, the neck muscles on those guys, they have calloused their entire throats. It hurt to do everything, bro. So imagine you got someone putting a fist on your shit, even for a second. And a down, like, bro, come on, man.
That largely happened because of the optics.
Yeah.
In game flow, if you're watching in game speed, I was watching in game speed, I didn't really notice too much because people hit the ground all the time.
Yeah.
But then when narratives are created based off of
And guess what? I didn't see it in game action either. If y'all remember, I think I was on Ben's chat, and I said, oh, that was nothing. And then I saw Caitlin Clark get up and actually cry to the referees about it. She wasn't as vocal as she typically is in that situation, but she did, when she got up, she did voice it to the officials. She actually did. And if you go back and watch, you'll see she did complain about it. But then they showed the replay of it. I'm like, oh shit. Now I know why she's fucking upset. Now that's real. I didn't see it. But again, you've got cameras in your building. They have the ability to replay everything, folks. They replay shit all the time in this league. They replay shit just to replay it. You don't have to have had a foul to replay a potential flagrant. You don't actually. Because you wouldn't need it to suspend them, right? So a foul wasn't even called, but you suspended them. So you don't have a reason, you don't have to have a foul to replay a potential hostile act. And they could have looked at that. They could have gone back and looked at it. They didn't. They chose not to.
freeze frame. That can create a huge problem. And I do think that the league, yes, the league was reacting to the optics of that image.
Yeah, which is what Tibbetts was saying.
No, dummy. They weren't reacting to the optics. They were reacting to what happened. See, this is my problem. Now we have a narrative. This is the optics. No, they're reacting to what actually happened. If they had reacted properly, she's suspended for 5 games. Because this is the game after she tried to elbow her in the face. I'm not going to assume that the referee saw it. You can assume it all you want. You don't have their eyes. I'm not going to assume that they saw it. I'm not going to assume that they saw it. I don't have their eyes. I think it's very easy for people to say that they saw it. You don't know what they saw. It happened like this. It was less than a second. It was less than a second. And if that shit happened to Olivia Miles, the optics would have that player suspended as well. If that happened to Paige Beckers, the optics would have that player suspended as well. And it wouldn't be optics. It would be, this is a dirty-ass play that could injure somebody, and it's not how you play ball. Period. Not this excuse-making shit about the optics. No, it was a dirty-ass, dangerous play.
Right.
Yeah, like if you walk by me and I'm doing this, but then if you play it faster and you see I was actually doing this,
right,
to move my nose, it looked different in freeze frame.
Yeah.
Shut up. Now we got Sydney Colson's dumbass. You know, they brought this broad to be on that team last year. She wanted to be Caitlin's best friend last year, humping her in the ass, if y'all remember. She want to be besties with Caitlin Clark because Caitlin Clark going to make me some money. So I'm going to be smacking her ass and trying to hump her from behind in the Commissioner's Cup. This idiot right here. So if I move my nose, it does this. This was her fist, not you moving your nose. Not you moving your nose. That makes sense for stuff like photos and shit where people say, oh, Angel Reese is looking really mad at Caitlin Clark. Look at that photo. Man, she could have been literally rolling her eyes from one side to the next. But they'll turn that photo into something. This isn't a photo. This is a video. This is an actual thing that happened. Again, Sydney Colson, let's put you on the bottom of the ground and have 220 put their fist in your throat for even 1 second. Fuck out of here. You be looking to fight somebody.
But the bigger picture issue here is that, like, in that situation, if you're watching it in real time, both players who are known to make their issues known got up and kept going.
Again, you're wrong. Caitlin Clark got up and voiced it to the refs. Caitlin Clark got up and voiced it to the refs. You're not even correct. They did not. Alyssa Thomas, why would Alyssa Thomas have a problem? She's the one that did it. Alyssa Thomas jumped on top of her.
And so that's why I have a problem, because if you're looking at the reaction even to this day, it breaks my heart, because players, even in Alyssa Thomas's caliber, whether you think she did it intentionally or not, she's dealing with a heightened level of vitriol right now based off of what this situation created, and that doesn't sit well with me. If the league can really handle this better in real time and figuring out how we want more points, we want more fouls, but how do we keep an eye on these specific matchups so we can avoid the narratives getting out of our control? I hope that happens moving.
She's a fucking idiot. Oh my God, she's a fucking idiot. God, that woman's stupid. Lord have mercy, she's stupid. Like, this is insane. This is insane. Oh my God. It's insanity. Alyssa Thomas is dealing with vitriol? Maybe Alyssa Thomas shouldn't be a dirty son of a bitch. Maybe Alyssa Thomas, because of her lack of actual skill, shouldn't be trying to drop people on their asses all the damn time. I mean, she throws bows into people. She tries to throw her leg out to fuck people's knees up. She clotheslines motherfuckers. Like, what are we talking about? Alyssa Thomas has been doing dirty shit for quite some time. She just hasn't been suspended. She just hasn't been suspended for this crap. She got ejected 2 years ago for that dirty ass shit. This is insane. Now, like, look at this crap. I'm not gonna Google that a referee saw a foul. So referee said, I saw it, but I didn't say nothing. Come on, bro. Like, dude, stop. I'm not here to entertain that nonsense. Like, come on. You think the person saw it, but they just didn't say nothing. Okay, fine. By Googling it. That's her. People miss calls all the time, folks. People miss call. What does footage mean? I could be. Do my eyes look like they're looking at the camera? Do my eyes right now look like they're looking at the camera? You want to know what? They may look at it, but I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at my poster right behind my camera. I'm literally looking at the poster behind my camera. So I could be staring right at you, but I'm not looking at you directly like I should be. So I miss it. And it happens that fast, you miss it. You can sit here and say there's video footage. I don't give a fuck. You don't know where her eyes were looking at, because you're looking at the back of her ass. Looking at her ass. You're not looking at her face. You see her face? You know exactly where her eyes were looking at? You don't know where they were looking at. Look at this. Does this look like a foul to you? Does this look like a foul? I mean, I don't remember when this thing happened. When Alyssa, whatever her name is, Clark, did this to Caitlin Clark. Is that her last name? Isn't it Clark? Whatever her name is. I don't know when this happened. I don't remember when this happened. On this photo on the right. Was that a flagrant foul? Was this a flagrant foul on the right? I don't remember. Was it? You're literally having your face brought backwards. Like, fuck are we talking about? Oh my God. Like, what are we talking about? This happens to her 15 times a season. I don't remember it either, but there's a photo of it. I didn't make it up. This is FoxNews.com. This is FoxNews.com. I don't know when this happened. Alicia Clark, yeah, for Vegas. She's now playing for Toronto, I think. She's like the 38-year-old, 100-year-old who just benefited off Caitlin Clark's presence in the league to get her biggest contract of her career. Yes, you can miss the intricacies of a dog pile. You can miss that a fist went into someone's throat from a dog pile. Yes, you can. And if you want to say otherwise, that's you choosing to believe that. I don't believe they saw it. I didn't see it. Sophie Cunningham said she didn't see it. The players on the team said they didn't see it. So everybody's lying. Oh boy, Sports Oracle's back again. Oh my God. I don't even know what you're talking about. I've been literally ripping fucking Alyssa Thomas a new asshole here. Did you just jump on 8 seconds ago? Did you just jump on 8 seconds ago? I literally have said that this was a dirty play. So again, I don't know when this happened, but I don't know that Alicia Clark was ever suspended. I don't remember Alicia Clark ever being ejected. I don't remember Alicia Clark being ejected. So again, no one saw it except for you. I didn't see it, and I have a TV. So again, you want to believe what you want to believe. You're agreeing with me. When you tell the truth, I will agree. Oh, I don't know who the fuck Gumbex is not telling the truth and is something. Okay, all right, fine. You're agreeing with me. Fine. Okay, you're agreeing with me. Again, this play right here, this is a flagrant foul on the right. By definition, this is a flagrant foul. By definition, this is a flagrant foul. Alicia Clark. Has Alicia Clark ever been ejected in a WNBA game? Alicia Clark has never been ejected. Alicia Clark has never been ejected. Has Alicia Clark ever had a flagrant foul called on her? No. Wait, they brought up Caitlin Clark. Has Alicia Clark ever? They're actually combining this. They're actually combining Alicia Clark with Alyssa Thomas and making it Alyssa. Oh my God, this is so bad. I can't find that Alicia Clark has ever been called for a flagrant foul. So we have a photo right there that shows a clear tomahawk from behind, and we know for sure that an ejection didn't happen. You know for sure an ejection didn't happen. Let's see if there's any more nice stuff on here. Yeah, here's more stupid shit right here. Even Robin Lundberg is leaving the Slurp FC parade, right? I've heard he's very pro Stephanie White. I've even heard that. I mean, I don't know the guy, but you know, look at this. This is Victoria Vivians. How many players have gone at Caitlin Clark? Let's take a look. Here's Outkick. Dan Dakich stuff. She suffered damage to her ears and eyes due to contact from players. Oh my God. Let's see here. Here's one. This is Brianna Stewart. Let's go look at this one. Let's look at this one. That's nothing. That's a screen. I don't have a problem with that. I'm gonna be real, folks. You know who I got a problem with? You know what I got a problem with? On that play? These two motherfuckers right here. These two fuckers right here. That's Temi Fekbenli, and that's Aaliyah Boston. So Jonquel Jones is way out here. Breanna Stewart's way out here. You got both these broads looking to set up a screen. Look at Jonquel. She's waiting they're waiting to see which way the guard goes. And Jonquel's like, oh, okay, they're going. That's Vandersloot, I think. They're looking to see which way Vandersloot's going. They're literally screening her on both sides. Like on both sides. This is not a dirty play. This is a great screen, actually. That's a great fucking screen, actually. There's nothing wrong with that play. I got to beat with Temi Fekbenli and Aaliyah Boston sitting there not saying shit. Like you're yelling screen. What was it? Screen right. You're yelling screen. That one's not bad. That play was legal and appeared more to do with Clark. And I said, yeah, that definitely was perfectly fine to me. Here's another one. 2 days later. Oh, let's see. It says we're Kia Nurse and Aaron McDonald were shadowing Clark, relentlessly full court pressing her, face guarding her, bumping her off her spots every time she tried to navigate through the screens. Wasn't this the time where Aaron McDonald started guarding her after one free throw got shot? That was when she shot a free throw. Then Aaron McDonald started guarding her before she shot her second free throw. And you got another one here. Victoria Vivians. You get this going on. The Kennedy Carter play. I mean, let's see. We got this one here. If y'all remember this one. I'm not doing 4 minutes of shit. No way.
It would be in us.
Yeah, let's see if I don't even know what we got here. I'm not going through all this. Sorry about that. According to people, Slurp FC is the ones that are major supporters of Stephanie White. I don't know who they are specifically. There are some podcasts that do as well. So you had Kennedy Carter with her, flagrant, body chuck. And then back then, no one had accountability. Remember, Angel Reese was sitting on the sideline clapping it up. It was so great. The ruptured eardrum, Jonquel Jones. That was a screen, I would presume. Yeah, again, another screen that wasn't called out by a teammate. As if they didn't see Jonquel Jones about to obliterate Caitlin Clark with a screen. Then you got, here we go, Angels and Demons. I remember when Caitlin went up for that layup and Reese cracked her across the face. I mean, it was a flagrant one. Another one here. Here, look at this one.
He's going to foul Clark in transition. And then Clark.
Let me mute this crap. Grabbed. She flings her hand back after being grabbed. See, she ends up getting a technical foul there after being grabbed on the arm. Like, I'm a point guard. Why are you grabbing my arm? Why are you grabbing my arm? That sounds ridiculous. Why are you grabbing my arm? This one's not reopening. Oh, man. This crap just froze up on me. Bring this back up. Here we go. The Diamond to Shields when she just ran her ass over, just literally looking to run her ass over. I mean, like, these things all happened. Jackie Young elbows her to the face. The eye poke from Dejanay Carrington. Remember this? Remember this one? The girl's bloodshot in her fucking eye for the rest of the game, for the next 2 games, for the playoffs. This is the playoffs. Fingernail. And she had no knowledge that she did that shit. Like, I mean, the amount of things that they have done constantly. Like this, you don't see players on the ground like this, man. Natasha Cloud, this is last year. Here's another eye poke. When J.C. Sheldon poked Clark in the eye and Cunningham. I mean, it's just like, and now you got the throat punch. Look at, I want you to look, bro. I don't care how long this is. Look at this picture. I do not care how long this shit is on her throat. It could be on her throat for 1/10 of a second. I want you to look at that shit. And I want you to look at some more shit. Look at Alyssa Thomas's arms. That woman is absolutely yoked. Look at her forearm. The muscles are popping out of her forearm. Her bicep is ripped. It's ripped. She is swole, bro. So you can only imagine how big her hands are. Probably bigger than mine. I don't have the biggest hands, but her hands are probably bigger than mine. Probably bigger than most of our hands. She probably got hands that look like this shit. She probably got calluses on her shit up all around. She's got calluses everywhere. Bro, it's almost like she's flexing her fucking arm into her throat with that one. Oh, boy. So, yeah. And I don't know who is coming in here to tell me that the picture is worse than people realize. I said the picture looks worse than what actually happened. But if someone puts a fist on your throat for even 1 second, 220 pounds down into your throat, you laying on the ground, I'm sorry, you will not tell me that shit does not fucking hurt and can't cause an injury. It can. It can cause an injury. It can cause a problem. It can. Whether you like it or not. I mean, I don't know what this is. So, yeah, you got Emmanuel Acho. You've got the brilliant one, Chiney Ogwumike. And here we go. Here we are. Here we are once again. No, I thought she should have been suspended for 5 games. I thought she should have been suspended for 5 games. I have been saying that since it happened. I thought she should have gotten 5-game suspension. I was surprised she even got 1, though. That one actually did surprise me. And by the way, I want people to understand something about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark has been like this on a basketball court since she was in college. Like, this isn't new. So people saying, the one that kills me is Whitlock. When Jason Whitlock says, I expected her to be a role model for young girls and boys. You don't think I understand the English language very well? I understand the English language perfectly well. You said that picture is a lot worse than people realize. It's worse than people realize? So tell me, what does that mean then, since I don't understand English? The picture looks worse than what really happened. That's literally what you said. That's what your statement means. Maybe you don't know what you wrote. But Jason Whitlock made the statements about how he expected her to be a role model for young girls, even though she's literally autographing young girls stuff all the time. Whenever, I mean, she gives autographs before games, after games, doesn't matter. Caitlin Clark has had that type of referee stuff since she was in college. This isn't new. So when he says something like that, it's like, You clearly weren't watching her at Iowa because she complained crazy levels in Iowa. She complained so much her own dad told her to shut the fuck up from the stands. Like her own father told her to shut up. So this isn't like something crazy that is new. She's been doing this. She's been doing this. So when you hear statements like that, like, this is who she is. I've heard some other stuff. I mean, and it's not impossible. It's not out of the possibility. It's not out of the realm of possibility. So I read someone, right? I read someone write that maybe Caitlin Clark is autistic. And I'm not even joking. Because I think I'm slightly autistic. I think I'm slightly autistic. At least my wife tells me I am. And I sit here and I say that because she does lack some level of emotional regulation. And that is a sign of autism. It is. It's the spectrum. Folks, there's a massive spectrum, people. White's turnabout is highly suspect. I don't know. Olivia Miles might be autistic. Look at her. She kind of she lacks emotional regulation too. There's something to be said when I was a kid. I'm 48 years old. Megyn Kelly can fucking suck a dick, by the way. The shit that Megyn Kelly said about stuff that going on down here, she could suck my fucking dick and take one in the fucking rectum from a 25-inch cock. Like, as far as I'm concerned, she's a piece of shit. Fuck Megyn Kelly. You bring Megyn Kelly into my chat, I'm gonna let you know what I think about Megyn Kelly. Her fuck ass. That woman's a racist bitch. Fuck her. Fuck her. Fuck Megyn Kelly. Witless. Okay. Well, there's a major spectrum, people. Like bro, Scotty Barnes is autistic, folks. He's in the NBA. He's in the NBA. Like, how do I really feel? I haven't even told you what I really feel about that woman. There's a certain emotional regulation that she lacks because she reacts that way all the time. They expect CC to be God perfect. I don't expect her to be shit. I expect her to be her. I don't expect her to be anything. I expect her to be her. But I have a certain lack of emotional regulation at times. And there's a lot of players that, and again, we're not talking about Rain Man 1985 with Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman counting the damn toothpicks out of the box. We're talking about emotional regulation. And there's characteristics that you can see when you, as if you really think about it, because being autistic today, folks, the things that were undiagnosed when I was a kid, what was the main thing that if you're in your 40s or 50s, what did your parents say to boys? Go outside and burn off the energy, right? Go outside and run around, burn off the energy. Just burn off the energy, right? Would you agree with that? For those of you that are in my age demographic, they would call us hyperactive. Well, now they call that ADHD or ADD. You can't drink caffeine because then it's going to do X, Y, Z. For people with autism, not for autism, with people with ADHD, caffeine doesn't do anything. Caffeine literally does nothing to people with ADHD. Zero. It does nothing. In fact, it might do the opposite. It makes them sleepy. So that's my world, Gen X. And back then, parents didn't, diagnose their kids with everything. Now people are being diagnosed every single day. Now everyone's something. Yeah. Eat what? Eat what? No, her father needs to have some food. Make a sandwich. So, yeah, everyone had a diagnosis of something. ADHD, ADD. Now it's you're bipolar, you're schizophrenic, you're OCD, you're XYZ, you're ABC 1 2 3. You're autistic of some capacity. I mean, there's something. There's always something. There's always something. If you were around for 1978 with paint on your house, if you drank water out of the hose, like I drink water out of a hose, I must be fucked up. I just made up a whole bunch of shit, right? There's always a diagnosis. So yeah, I read someone post this shit. I thought it was actually kind of funny because it actually made sense. Maybe she's slightly autistic. Maybe she is. And that's also what helps her be great. Because there's a hyper focus for some. Like you'd be surprised. Most people that walk around they say that freaking Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk are both autistic. So I mean, it's like hose water, man. You survived on hose water, man. We didn't have filtered water back then. We didn't have filtered water in the 1980s. Drink out the goddamn hose. Drink from the tap. All these people are pussies. Can't drink. I still drink tap water. This is not bottled water right here. I drank the one bottle of water I got from a law firm, and all I've been doing is filling up this shit with tap water. I drink tap water. I don't give a shit. And I got filtered water from my refrigerator. Just make sure the water comes out of the hose for about 5 seconds before you start drinking it, because you might get, grass and shit in your mouth. But like you got guys like Musk and Zuckerberg that are both autistic by all accounts. They're doing pretty well in life, right? We should all be billionaires. If you told me I got to be a little bit off to be a billionaire, I'll be a little bit off. Let me be a little bit off. Let me be a little bit off. Again, there's players in the NBA that I know are probably autistic, and she might be slightly on the on the spectrum. And then at that point, guess what? You cannot blame her for behavior. You cannot blame her for her behavior then. Know what I'm saying? You can't blame her no more. Oh, I know the plastic bottle, the plastic bottles give cancer too. Everything gives cancer. Why do I want $1 billion? Why the fuck not? Shit. Why the fuck would I want I want $1 trillion? Shit. I want to. Why the hell wouldn't I? We should all be so blessed. Like, these are the same women that are constantly having mental breakdowns. So there's something wrong with them. I mean, some people think that being is a mental illness. No, there's not a curse. Believe me, folks, I've had to deal with this in my life recently. So you look at it a lot differently, with the stuff like that. With I know that I have a son that's ADHD as hell. He's not been diagnosed, but I know he is, just because of how he behaves. And I have another one that might slightly be on the spectrum as well. Hell, they might all be on the spectrum a little bit. They're all fucked up. They're all fucked up. And my wife thinks I am too, so shit. YouTube, motherfucker. Huh? Okay. So, like, at the end of the day, like, yeah, you might. This one right here I'll show him something, and literally 12 seconds later, he's telling somebody about it. Are you watching the beautiful game? USA doing well? What, soccer? I watched one game. Them fuckers lost. I don't give a damn if they're playing with all backups. They lost. They should have at least had a draw. That was embarrassing to me. So no, my youngest one, he might be a slightly. He looks like there's a possibility because he's very, very like he's just over 2 years old. You could see signs of some things, but again, it doesn't mean you can't be great, man. I mean, chill. If Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk are on the spectrum, I'm shit. They're in good company. We're in good company, and so that's why I say that maybe Caitlin Clark is. Maybe Caitlin Clark is. Maybe that's part of her lack of emotional regulation. See, now I'm giving her an out. So now she can actually have an excuse, and her emotional outbursts are justified because she has no control over them. And I know that all too well because I have a very quick trigger, quick temper, and so forth. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I read it. I read it on a post, and I was like, you might be right. You might be right. Because I also think that if she grew up a little bit differently, she would be punching motherfuckers back in the face. And I want to get into that real quick before we go. Caitlin Clark needs to knock a motherfucker out. And people disagreed with me on that. That was the one comment from Acho that I did agree with. She needs to fight back physically. Physically. Oh, I didn't get paddled in school, thank God. That was before my generation. But yeah, she needs to get into a fight. She needs to fight somebody. She needs to not take no shit. And I'm not even saying that Alyssa Thomas is the right person to go after. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Alyssa Thomas is the one that you go after. But what do you mean? How does it prove anything? Everyone has a breaking point of being attacked. This is no different than if you are a bully in school or got bullied in school. You know when the bully stops bullying the kid being bullied is when the kid being bullied punches him in the fucking nose. Or says, guess what? You're not going to take my shit. I'm going to fight you for it. You might whoop my ass, but be prepared that I'm going to fight you every fucking day if I have to. And the reality is, bullies don't want to fight. Bullies don't want to fight. Is that about her brand? Michael Jordan fought everybody. Kobe Bryant fought everybody. It didn't affect their brands. You got to get out of that mind fuck. Like that's some Jason Whitlock shit right there. She needs to be a role model for young girls and boys. Get the fuck out of here. Charles Barkley was throwing motherfuckers through windows. MJ got into fights on the court. It didn't affect his brand. You must be, y'all need to stop this shit. Go fight Georgia Amore. I don't give a shit. Pick someone your size. So the next time JC Sheldon comes at your ass, bop, give her one. Give her one. Give her one. Boom. No, you got to make it this can't be sneaky shit, folks. This has to be, what's up, Pope? What's going on, man? I've been wanting to do a joint with you, but I can't message you on X, bro. I can't message you on X. You want to jump on, bro? We can talk, because I got some questions for you, man. I got some questions. You bored? You want to jump on? If you want to jump on, I can send you the link right now. Because I got some questions. This is just for Pope people, so please don't click on the link. But I would be, give her a good one. Give her a good one. Give it to her. Let her feel that shit. I wouldn't give a damn. I don't get. You want to know what? The WNBA could ill afford to fucking suspend Caitlin Clark for any lengthy period of time. It wouldn't be that she started it. It would be that she finished that shit. So yeah, you need to accidentally punch someone in the goddamn face. All right, we got the Pope coming in a couple minutes, but you got to punch somebody in the damn face. I'm not playing games here. I actually agree with Acho on that take because you know what? I've been saying that shit for 2 years. Until you punch the fucking bully back, the bully's gonna keep on punching you, bro. And really, they're not even punching you. You're not doing shit. You're letting them bully you. Leon Edwards in the UFC. Whoever's a UFC fan says to Leon, end of round, going into round 5. Don't let him bully your son. Rocky, don't let him bully your son. And then he knocks out Kamaru Usman and wins the championship. Don't let him bully your son. So, no, I'm not going to sit here and I think she needs to fight somebody. Because the day you fight somebody, now everybody knows, oh, that bitch won the fight. Oh, okay. That bitch will fight. Okay. I may not want to do that because I'm not really looking to fight. I'm just looking to be a bully. I'm looking to try to be physically intimidating. The reality is, folks, y'all ever see Floyd Mayweather? Ever see Floyd Mayweather? He's 5'9", 5'8". He weighs 160 pounds. He's a world champion boxer. And yet he walks around with fucking guys that are 7 foot tall, 400 pounds, who literally walk around like he don't even get sun because them towers just go all around him and they block out all the sun. Right? Right? Them big motherfuckers can't fight. Them dudes can't fight. Those dudes can't fight. They have literally shown his bodyguards having boxing matches and getting their ass whipped. Those guys can't fight. Those guys are just big. They're big as hell. Fight? They can't fight. They're never in fights because nobody will fight them. Because the assumption is from people, oh my God, he's so big, blah, 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 blah. Mind you, again, they're there to be bodyguards to protect Floyd Mayweather. That's fine and dandy. But these people don't fight. These dudes don't fight. The big motherfuckers don't fight because they're big. Because they're big. They don't have to fight. Let any one of them dudes walk into an MMA. The one of his guys, he walked into an MMA cage and he got his ass kicked. Got his ass kicked. So yeah, you. Those guys who are the bodyguards, them dudes don't fight. They don't have to fight because I got a friend of mine who I coached in high school. He's 6'10". He's about 380. He's about 380. The dude is massive. He doesn't fight anybody. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to fight anybody. I don't even know if he can fight. I don't even know that he's ever been in a fight. But he's a goddamn he's a bodyguard. He's a damn bodyguard. And he's a bouncer at multiple clubs in South Florida. 6'10", 380. He took pictures when which team won the championship recently? I don't give a damn about kids looking up to her. The kids looked up to Michael Jordan. Kids still looked up to Michael Jordan, bro. Stop it. Stop it. I'm so tired of this. The kids, get that Jason Whitlock shit out your brain, bro. Her job is not to be someone's fucking role model, by the way. Her job is to play basketball. That's a big frustration on her. Her job is to play ball. We got the Pope in the building. What is going on, my friend? How are you doing, sir? It's been a minute. You got to unmute yourself, Pope.
What's going on, Rudy? What's going on, my guy?
Oh, my goodness, bro. I'm just in the mood. I didn't watch that dog shit on Saturday. I don't know if you did or not. I didn't turn that shit on. I couldn't watch it.
No, I didn't.
I went on strike. And if she doesn't play on Saturday, I'll be on strike again. I won't be watching another game until she shows up again.
For sure. Likewise. Definitely.
I gotta ask you about your experiences on that fucking twats channel, Whitlock. I mean, the first day he turned you off because you were cooking his fucking ass. How'd that all come about?
I mean, well,
because they'll never have me on because I'll.
Yeah, it was the shit that went viral, the little audio that I played.
Yeah.
That went out there. He caught wind of that, and then he had his producer hit me up to come on the show to talk about it, but he didn't have it queued up. And that was kind of weird, right? He didn't have it queued up, ready to go. But I touched on that, and then had pushed back on what he was and that nonsense he was saying. And so I'm a stand on mine regardless of what, especially if you're talking that nonsense. That ain't gonna happen. No, that ain't gonna happen on my watch. Nah. So yeah, listen, I'm respectful. He cut me off here and there. It's his show, it's his platform. That's smooth. But you can't stand the heat. Get out of the kitchen. So he got out of the kitchen. He said, let's move on. Let's get Frank off the screen. Get Frank off the screen. Yeah, put the fire extinguisher on my ass.
It's between him and that other goofball he got on there. The guy that always got his nose hairs up in the damn camera. That black dude, the black dude that I've never seen before. All of a sudden is now a guest on there. I don't need that guy's. Yeah, that guy compared Caitlin Clark to Russell Westbrook. Need I remind that idiot that Russell Westbrook won an MVP, averaging five turnovers a game?
Yeah. Now they was on one, man.
I mean, it's just these. He had you back on the next day or something like that, much longer. How did that go? Because I didn't watch the full one for that one, but I watched that full one for the first one. It's just I can't even stomach this dude no more. Like I can't stomach him. He's completely done a complete 180. He wants Caitlin Clark to be a fucking role model. Like, did you watch her at Iowa? She yelled at referees at Iowa, bro. This isn't new. Yeah. Like, what does he want? She signs autographs everywhere. Traveled across the country last year. No matter the situation, signed autographs everywhere, but she's not a role model because she bitches and moans to a referee or she draws a technical foul for clapping. What the fuck?
And see what they're not talking about is how she just keep making history. All the while, with all the shit going on, complaining about the rest, what they keep highlighting, oh, she don't play no defense. Meanwhile, she's just breaking records. That's all. She just keep breaking records. The 20-8, like for a whole month, only player to ever have done it out of 30-year celebration.
Yeah,
I mean that should tell you a lot. And then y'all took that under the rug. She had a crazy month of June, but then she went Player of the Week in this month as well.
Yeah.
So most likely she'll have a Player of the Month coming as well. She should be leading for that. And I mean, because there's no getting around it. 20-8 all month, never only player to ever do it. I wish they would try to give it to somebody else. But yeah, Queen Clark does it again, man. Breaking history. While they said, have you heard? Let me ask you this. Have you heard people say she ain't got no better?
That's bullshit. She's gotten better.
Yeah.
I'm
like, look at her numbers. It just rising every year.
She's shooting 3%. She's shooting 2.5% better than her rookie year. She's shooting her highest from 3. So she's and her turnover numbers are actually the lowest in her career right now. Like her turnovers are actually gone down. So
and her points has what she averaged her rookie year? 18,
19-3, 19-2. She's gone up 2 points. She's playing less minutes. And they take the ball from her as well. Like she's gotten better. She has a mid-range game she's developing. That's something that I called out. She got to get better with the mid-range. Got to get better at the basket. Attacking the hoop and all that stuff to make them respect it more, so she can get more open looks from 3. But yeah, I don't. It's crazy, frustrating. Listen to this guy. I don't want to listen no more. Like I can't watch his shit anymore. It's like she actually had as good a week the week after, and she didn't get Player of the Week. Sonia Citron did. But she had better numbers than Citron across the board. It was like they couldn't give her the thing back-to-back weeks because they didn't want to have some appearance of, oh, well, we like Caitlin. She's got better numbers across the board. I watch every Sonia Citron game with Washington. There are levels to this.
It's levels.
There's levels to this.
When I watch other games, I'm like, yes, players is good here, but it's terrible. It's all over the place. Teams don't play as good as they do, neither when they come see those Fever. It's like they get up for those games for real. I mean, which rightfully so. Yeah. But when you see them away from playing the Fever, you like for example, like Atlanta Dream.
Atlanta, you can see they haven't. Seattle beats them by 15.
Valkyrie's just whooping all over him. Angel Reese just bloopy after bloopy after bloopy. I mean, she looking, but against us, she look like world beater. And see, that's something that the ex-Vanderbilt players said, we didn't watch film. Stephanie would tell us we don't got to worry about a player, and then she'll end up having a career night on us.
So the thing that you had posted as this is leaked, that was you interviewing this person, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't really it leaked by you.
Correct.
so did what was that? I'm sure y'all spoke off recording as well that you can't speak about. Was it? Did you get anything that was worse that was off recording? Just yes or no.
Yeah, she actually sent me. Here, let's break it on Rudy's channel right here, right now. She sent me.
I love that someone
quote and notes that the team wrote down for a team meeting that they was gonna have before they exit. I haven't even because we gonna put more stuff out there, but yeah, this note, man, she sent me. It's very long too. It's very long. I'm not so questioning statements for meeting, and this is different teammates.
Yeah.
This is different players, not different teammates. This different players on Vanderbilt. So it's damn near about all of them.
The whole team, pretty much, they all left.
They all she sent me what they all wrote.
Oh.
Okay. Says questioning statements for meeting. Summer at home when told had to be back on campus or kicked off the team if I wasn't back in 3 days. Even though I had just made an A on my summer class, told them it wasn't good for my mental health. They said they do not care. One, also had to write an essay about why coming back to campus was best for me. Had to state that I need rehab on my knee. And when I got here, Teresi told me I couldn't even do rehab on knee because I was cleared. So basically what she's saying is they told her she needed to come back to campus early and get rehab on her knee. And then when she got there and they got her back to campus early, they said, you don't need rehab, you straight. That's what she said right there. Okay, and then so Summer, the next paragraph is Summer in the Airbnb, no visitors, nobody spends the night and can't go anywhere during week. And on weekends have to tell them where I'm going.
What?
These grown women. So in their Airbnb where the girls come and they stand or whatever they got for them is an Airbnb. They can't have company. Nobody can spend the night. Yes.
They're in school.
Huh?
This is so they live in an Airbnb at school.
Yes. I mean, you're not probably on campus, but yes, somewhere around school. Right. So that's what I'm gathering out of that.
Oh my God.
That they live in an Airbnb, you know what I mean? It's probably somewhere nice. The basketball team play, instead of the dorms or some shit like that. Right. Set them up smoothly. It's Vanderbilt. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is prestige.
It's a money school.
Right. So I'm sure that Airbnb was
nice.
Pretty nice. Okay. So we can have no visitors. Nobody spends the night and can't go anywhere during the week. Like they are children. Can't go nowhere during the week. And on weekends, you have to tell them where I'm going. Grown women.
You might as well stay the fuck at home with your mom.
That's one Zoom call when they told me that, and I was asking why I was told multiple times by everyone on the Zoom except Coach Kelly, yelling at me to shut up. Also tried to force me to get a job when I did not want one. Campus drug test 6 a.m. with nothing in our team works about it notified only 15 minutes before drug test was called because Renee and Jordan brought someone who is not a Vandy student on campus and had her in the dorms for 3 days and 3 nights.
So these are people that all left school when you would
these are all part of the 9 players that didn't move.
And they lose. This is when they were losing a year of eligibility to leave.
Yes, indeed.
Not today's transfer rules where you can go wherever the fuck you want whenever you want. So
not at all.
To transfer back then, for people that don't understand, like these people sacrificed a year of eligibility to transfer out. That's how bad it was. God.
And yeah, this goes on and on and on and on. I might drop it tomorrow. Actually, man, it's a lot of stuff in here. I'll give you something else. Coach G's wife, Tiffany Redis, accused Autumn Newby of having an improper relationship of a romantic nature with her position coach, Gary Redis. So Coach G's wife, Tiffany Redis, her name is an assistant coach for Stephanie White at the time, accused Autumn Newby, who is the star player, of having an improper relationship of romantic nature with the position coach, Gary Redis, which that's Coach G. Yeah, so his wife, just like how Austin, the Kellys. So yeah, and listen, she cussed her out. The wife cussed the player out in front of everybody in public, and Stephanie White did nothing about it. Yeah.
You know who Gary Redis is, right?
Who? No, I don't.
Gary Redis was the #1 assistant to Kim Mulkey last year at LSU. He's now the head coach at Rutgers.
Oh, yeah. She actually said, oh, yeah, Coach G. Yeah, she did. She said Coach G, who coached at LSU. She told me that. Yeah.
He just took the Twins. He just took the Twins from Tennessee up to Rutgers, the Jersey.
Yeah, but they said it wasn't true. It wasn't true but the wife was jealous of her because I for some whatever reason. Wife jealous of the player, and Coach G is position coach at the time, and she snapped off on a girl in front of people, accusing her, all of that, and Stephanie White let it fly. She let it fly. Yeah, man, it was a very toxic environment. They're discriminating and singling people out. I'm gonna knock this down, but you see, it was a lot going on.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So what do you think of the fact that Ty Harris played so well? Now they don't need her. They can just trade her now. Just trade her to New York now. Do us a favor. She's so terrible. Just trade her to New York now. Please handle that for us so we can watch real basketball.
Right. Trade her to the Valkyrie. I would love to see that.
Dude, I gotta be up till fucking 3:00 in the morning and every day for them damn games.
Trade her to the Valkyrie. This boy, Nakasa, she knows what she's doing.
Are they gonna keep Tiffany Hayes with her?
Yeah, they might. Tiffany can get a bucket. That's so funny. See, just like her. Girl averaged 7 points a night. She dropped 30 on that stuff.
That's what happens.
She dropped 30 on that.
That's what happens, man. That's what happens. I mean, it's just gotten to the point. So yeah, Whitlock will never have me on his show. I know that. He doesn't want. He would never even invite me, because I've had enough to say about his ass now. I can't stand the flip flopping. Like I made a statement on. I made it like when he compared her to Angel Reese, and said that Angel Reese is more mature. Literally the day after Angel Reese wanted to fight Isabel Harrison for a basic common foul that they called a flagrant 2. And it was Angel Reese who made all the freaking problem happen. She started all the shit early in the game and was literally the reason that all that stuff popped off. And that was a day later. And now you have Angel Reese won't shake hands with Flau'jae Johnson, who I think was trolling her a little bit as well. I think that was a little bit of a troll job. She's like, let me shake hands with you after I whooped your ass. And
she set her up for the okie doke. She knew she was gonna do that. Watch out, man! Get off me, man! Get up. She knew it. She came over there like, busted your ass. Because I don't know if you've seen it. I did though. When she did a nice little layup, and Angel Reese was like right there trying to block it, and then Angel Reese had caught the ball and was taken out of bounds. And Flau'jae, after she made the layup, seen it go in, she walked past Angel. She said something, and Angel, because you could see the look on Angel's face. She did it so slick and smooth to where it wasn't long. It was just like something, boom, and she was down the court. And Reese was so mad.
And they kicked their ass by 15. Shit.
He was mad. Yeah, that was funny. That was a good move by Flau'jae, though. I liked it that she went and trolled her. I trolled a player like that before we knew what trolling was when I was in high school. And I found this kid out. He couldn't guard me, right? Found him out. He whoop, and he had to go back. He was mad, it was fourth quarter. And I put my arm around him and walked back with him. I told him, I said, it's okay, you can't fuck with me. That's all, you can't fuck with me. He was, get off me, man. All the crowd. They was dying. Yeah, I was a troll.
What did you think of this? This is one thing that the Acho commentary about that complete nonsense. They don't need her bullshit. He's a moron. We all know that. But he did say one thing that I do think actually I've been saying for 2 years. She needs to fight somebody.
I mean, I was saying that. Go ahead.
You don't need to fight Alyssa Thomas. Go find a 5'10" girl who's your height, your size, your weight class. And if they fuck with you, like a Tiffany Hayes, lay her ass the fuck out. And you know what? Even if you lose the fight, the bullies don't want to bully someone who's going to fight back. They want the person who's not going to fight back.
No, for sure. Yeah.
So if they know that you're going to fight back, they're less inclined to bully and do the dirty shit that would make you want to punch them in the face.
I mean, listen, man, I was 18 years old when I hit the prison yard, man, in California State Penitentiaries. And listen, I think my older brother, he's 4 years older, he said, all you gotta do is fight. And just fight a nigga one time. And somebody pop off, sock them right in their shit. And then after that, ain't nobody gonna want to fuck with you no more. And because they know you willing to fight. And they don't got guns in there. They got the Pokemons, but they don't got no guns in there. And so I mean, I get it, and this is prison ball. And she is in a prison ball level 4 environment. So Cece, you might have to just take off. I mean, you might have to go ahead and do what Rudy say. And because I was saying it too last year, because I'm tired of the shit. And I know she can go noodling on one of their asses. I know she can. I know she can. She because I've seen that fiery in her. Like, do you know I got brothers and I played against boys? I will beat your ass for real. I think she might have some hands. I don't, I don't let the food taste fool you. But yeah, you're right. She got to stand up in some type of shape, form, or fashion. She's been doing a little more this year. But I say with how she doing, like how she walked up on DB after DB turned around and walked away. And
I liked it. I liked it. I was good with that.
But if she continues that's going to be a fight one day. Because one day somebody because if DB would have turned around and said, "What's up?" then it was up. And it would have been up.
When people make statements like, "Oh, she'll lose all her sponsors," no, she won't. Michael Jordan didn't lose his sponsors by punching somebody in the face, and they're not going to suspend her for 10 games. They're not that damn dumb.
Did you see how Big Swole was nose to nose with AT? She was nose to nose, ready to put hands, knees, and toes all over her motherfucker.
She scares me a little bit, man. That girl's eyes got like, whoa. She's like,
yeah.
And I had a freeze frame of that photo with Alyssa Thomas's hand, fist on the throat, and I'm like, look at Alyssa Thomas's forearms, like flexing the fuck up. Like her arm is like just cut the fuck up, but her forearm is like flexing.
Yeah, that's Al Thomas, man. I call him out. That's a he she. I don't know. We would have to gender check that. We need to check her gender.
She is yoked. She's yoked, man. She's
right.
She lifts a lot,
Right.
no doubt about. I mean, she's also lifting Dewana Bonner in the air a lot of different directions, probably.
I mean, right. Them like dumbbells. You know what I mean? She weight size of a dumbbell around this motherfucker.
You know what's funny is that there was a video of when Sophie Cunningham and Maisha Hines Allen were nose to nose, like going back at each other some years ago.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And now
yeah.
they're. I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, Burnett said she has a software. Yeah, it's funny. She like Mike Tyson out there. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know, guys. And then she go crazy on you. She turned into a whole nother. And that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see because I seen her go nose to nose with a Sophie Cunningham, but I'm like, will you go nose to nose with somebody bigger than you? Or,
yeah.
And yeah, she has no problem.
None.
She was ready to give Al Thomas all he can handle, or she can handle, or they, whatever. We got to do a gender check, but yeah,
because we all knew in the NBA that Kevin Garnett would never go at people bigger than him. Kevin Garnett would always look at the littler guy, but the bigger guy come along, he would be a little bit different always with him.
Yeah,
he was the fake. That's like the fake tough guy to me. Go at Shaq. Go at Shaq or something like that. Don't go at the 6'3" guard. Like it just always those kind of fake. The fake tough guy drives me crazy. But I always think that she needs to scrap. Even if you lose the scrap, just do it once. Because I don't think they're gonna mess with you again. I think that will eliminate a lot of shit. People believe all the sponsors and the NBA back Jordan, bro. Like, I think the WNBA is run by morons. They're run by idiots.
Yeah.
But they're as idiotic as they are. They have TV partners who don't want Caitlin Clark sitting on the fucking sideline on a Saturday night at 8:00 at night against the LA Sparks. Like they don't want that costs them money. I'm waiting for the ratings to come out. It can't be over 1.5 million. It can't.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Ben to drop some rating news too.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Ben to drop me some rating news, man. He usually be on top of it.
It's usually by Tuesday. It's usually by Tuesday or Wednesday after the Saturday because Monday is never out yet. But I asked people a question earlier because this is the dumb shit that Acho said was, we don't need you, Caitlin, anymore. We now know Olivia Miles is here and Paige Beckers and Kelsey Mitchell. I'm like, you dumb fuck. Let her leave right now. A lot of our channels get turned off.
Right.
I have to change course back into all hurricanes and combat sports and anything else. Because I won't be talking about this bullshit no more. I wouldn't watch it anymore. Why would I watch it?
At all.
Like they would lose 1 million+ people overnight. And
the code twist is like, come on, man. What kind of sense does that even make? The girl come in and you get all of this stuff immediately. You don't think you can capitalize on that even more? So it's like, that's just saying like somebody, you come up on $3 million, you got the house, you got the car, you got it fully furnished, you got your wardrobe intact, and you like, yeah, man, I got $3 million, I'm good now, man. I don't gotta work no more. No, nigga, you still got to bring it in.
Yeah.
And she's the only one that still brings it in. It's not, nobody has come in to say, oh, I take care of it. No, nobody's carrying that type of load. So nonsense on his part. And rightfully so, we all cooked his ass. That's what he wanted anyway. He wanted he attention whore ass type person, man. That's all he wanted. I know if I say this, they're gonna be talking about Speakeasy and Acho. And that's what he is, man. But
but no one's gonna subscribe to his dumbass for that.
No,
I don't subscribe to his shit. I just saw it as a clip. He wants to
give him didn't they give them their subscribers? Fox Sports, I believe, gave them subscribers.
Yeah, all their subscribers are fake because they all got them from Fox. Yeah, because when they got the channel, when he left like the on TV shit, basically gave it to him. He didn't have to earn the shit. His claim to fame was fucking Joy Taylor.
Right.
That was what he did for work, and just listening. It drives me crazy, at this point because I'm so tired of it. We're less than 20 games in and I'm exhausted. I'm
Yeah.
emotionally exhausted. By the way, thank you TLC for the 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Like I'm tired, bro. Like I can only keep up with so many videos about this was said here and this was said here and this was
They was going crazy today, wasn't they?
like, man, I can't do 15 videos a day. It's just too much, you know.
Like, well, we back at it now again.
Oh,
They
yeah,
got the
yeah, 'cause-
media talking heads.
I mean, I took basically
God.
Saturday. I took Saturday off, and I pretty much took most of Friday off. You know, and I mean Sunday off because felt like shit yesterday. And I'm like, and I recorded at 3:00 in the morning. That's when I do a lot of recording. It's way late. It's very late night. A lot of the recording.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
but no, what I was saying, you know, was there. The channels would all like, fuck it. I'm not covering this shit no more. Why would I cover this? I cover it for her. I don't want to
Oh,
watch this
yeah.
trash if she's not playing.
No.
You know. So we provide most of the media. I mean, you'd have like 7 different channels having to find a new course, a new path. Like, what am I going to cover now? What am I going to? You live in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you could go cover Shea.
Yeah. Yeah.
The flopping experience of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Whatever it is, we'll figure it out. I'm always figuring out something. So you know, ain't gonna be no thing. But yeah, man. Rudy, man, I'm glad we got to do this, man. We got to do this,
man.
sir.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, no, I can't message you through Instagram. I mean through X.
Why not?
Because when it says you're blocked, like it puts you in like gray. I mean,
that's weird. Because I messaged you too.
That's my other account. And because I had one of my accounts blocked. My main account got blocked by Instagram.
You got your email up there?
My email info@comeonnowpodcast.
All right. Cool.
info@comeonnowpodcast.com.
All right.
I'm on yours right now, and let me see here where I can just let me message you and shit. It don't even allow me to message you.
That's weird.
Let me see here. Because I was dying. That first one, I was absolutely dying where you cooked this motherfucker and he fucking just turned the shit off. I'm like, that was some of the most bitch-made shit I'd ever seen in my life. I was like, how are you inviting somebody and when they talk and they cook your ass, you turn them off? Like, bro, come on. I know it's your platform, but shit, you just got your ass kicked. You lost. You lost the debate, man. It's okay. We all lose debates from time to time.
Coach JB be going on there cooking his ass.
No, Coach JB said some fucking stupid shit too. I mean,
about Kaylin. He don't watch. He don't watch it all. He just.
Don't watch nothing. And I like JB. I watch his shit.
Yeah, JB funny as hell.
His partner Smitty. I mean, I don't know what the fuck.
He's the most silliest person.
Dude,
I'd be like, you gotta get rid of that dude. He might as well have me and you up there. We'll do better job than Smitty.
Like, how the hell is Smitty from Indianapolis but doesn't like Caitlin Clark?
Right, because he's black. He's a black activist. You know how it is. I'm gonna get on out of here, Rudy, man.
Shoot me an email and I'll message you through there then.
Will do, man.
All right, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, brother.
No problem.
All right. All right, man. Thank you to the Pope for jumping on board. Impromptu. That's the way we do it here. I love having that man on here. I enjoyed his video with Whitlock. I gotta go watch the rest of the other one because those other guys just drive me crazy, man. And they now the name is Witless. Jason Witless. Because he won't have me on, man. I might get nasty. I might get obnoxious. I might get obnoxious with it, but yo, everybody, man, I appreciate everybody jumping on board, man. I hope everyone's had a great night. I thank y'all. Thank you, Pope, for jumping on board. And we're gonna wrap this thing up. But we'll have some more content coming out, I promise you. But that'll do it for tonight. This is Indiana Fever Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.